So you thought maybe every intro was gonna be like pretty parks and nicely shot and things like that. No, that's not what you get. Sometimes I don't have time for that. On days like today, I have barely enough time to do what I did. So sometimes you're probably gonna get time lapses of me cleaning because we're not adults here. We are very convincing facsimiles of adult, and we cannot be asked to clean up stuff in a timely manner. So yeah. I do, however, have deep in my soul an actual adult. Occasionally it claws its way to the surface and I have to clean everything. So that's what I did yesterday. So yeah, I tweeted out a couple days ago now that Wednesday wasn't a great day. Thursday was better, but it was just really busy. Thus why this is going up on Friday. So yes, today is Friday the 27th. Good God, where did October go? I have so much stuff I wanted to do this month, but that may not happen. And actually, that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. So the reason that Wednesday wasn't a great day is because I woke up after having like I don't know, not a nightmare, just not a pleasant dream. It was largely kind of focused on feeling a certain amount of futility with what I'm doing, and unfortunately it translated pretty accurately into reality. So it's just to give you context, in case you're not aware, somehow I've been living under a rock, or for some reason you don't follow any vloggers or something like that, or someone more prominent than myself, which is basically impossible, but just to say it out loud. So YouTube's been kind of futzing around with their algorithm, and now apparently it's a neural network learning algorithm that's gonna figure out like what are bad and what is good and what are bad. Jesus. It's gonna figure out what it needs to demonetize, and it's still learning. So it's demonetizing a lot of stuff for very flimsy reasons. For example, when the adpocalypse first hit, my stuff wasn't hit very hard. In fact, I don't think I actually lost a single video, probably because I am such a small YouTuber. Like, that's even probably a misnomer. When people say small YouTubers, they usually refer to people that have around about 1,000 views, or not views, 1,000 subs. You know, 1 to 5, I want to say. Maybe I'm wrong with that, but that's what I seem to see people refer to as small YouTubers. So if that's what a small tuber is, I'm like a baby YouTuber. I barely exist on the format at this point in time, which is fine. Like, I haven't put in my time yet. I didn't expect to like start doing stuff and just explode. Like, that's a silly thing to hope for. It would have been great if it did, but that's not what I needed to happen to find fulfillment in this. And I still am finding fulfillment, and I'm starting to tangent. So let me refocus. I am a very, very small YouTuber. So a lot, like, I'm not even generating income off of my videos yet. They are monetized because that helps them be found. When they're monetized, YouTube prioritizes them when people are searching for things. Not that it's impossible to find without being monetized, but it's easier. It also helps me get into that, you know, frame of mind of like, what I am doing is worth making money on. You know, you can debate me on that, I suppose, if you want to, but you want to be in that mindset, I guess, of the thing that I am making is worth something to someone, and I am worth being paid for making that thing. So yeah, I monetize my stuff. It's something that I also feel is valid. Like, YouTube does indeed do a lot of stuff to help facilitate this thing. Like, before YouTube, there wasn't really video online. Like, I mean, you could host stuff and you could find places that would host your stuff, but it wasn't something that anybody could just do. You couldn't, there wasn't just a place you could go, shoot a thing, edit a thing, and just put it somewhere for the world to see. That didn't exist before them. So like, I don't mind running ads and giving them their due in that kind of way. In any case, this new algorithm in its terrible twos, or whatever one want to call it, in this iteration of it, is pinging things for weird reasons, it's pinging things for bad reasons, and it's a lot of people have been angry about it. You know, big creators, off the top of my head, like Philip DeFranco, he gets hit a lot, but he covers news. People like The Game Theorist, pretty popular gaming channel, you know, lore and whatnot, and they get dinged sometimes for what seems to be language, but then other times, who knows? Like, that is the curiosity here, is nobody seems to know why anything is getting hit. So I just recently, I got dinged by 26 videos, and they weren't fully demonetized, but they got the dreaded yellow dollar mark. That means that they are not suitable for all advertisers. And so that means that they also become deprioritized. It means it's harder for people who are just looking around, not specifically searching for my face, to find my face, which is a little problematic for a itty bitty baby YouTuber. I'm almost to 100 subs, but I'm still not there yet. So none of these videos have thankfully been my recent videos, but I think that's largely because a lot of what I've been doing recently has been vlogs. And they've had silly titles and fun things and things along those lines. But like, I went back and literally every single video I've done of Resident Evil 4 got dinged. My Until Dawn series, which is almost a year old, maybe longer. I think I did it last Halloween. Like 6 videos of those like 30 got dinged. 2 Firewatch videos got dinged, and now one. Well, I'll get to the explanations here in a second. Both of my Let It Die videos, a Grow Home video, and like a couple other one-offs and things like that got dinged as well. Some of them I can understand. Like Let It Die is hyper-violent. That kind of makes sense. Until Dawn is a horror game and does have some violent things in it. Resident Evil also, you shoot people, you shoot monsters, blood and gore and stuff like that. But the problem is, it's not across the board. A couple of the episodes of Until Dawn that did get dinged had no major gore or violence in them that I could tell. And frankly, like, that's kind of a part of video gaming. It's a weird thing to sort of crack down on when gaming is a huge part of YouTube's built community at this point. Like, it is unbelievable how massive that is. You know, they have primetime game streams now with very well-known people. So then I thought maybe it was language, and that seems to be the current consensus, is that the algorithm is dinging words that it knows that it has learned. For example, all of my Resident Evil videos obviously have the word evil in them, and so they got dinged. My Let It Die videos have the word die in their title, so they got dinged. But then you get into weird stuff, like one of the Firewatch videos that got dinged had a bit of nudity in it that I kind of forgot about because it's a very brief moment. It's played for laughs. It's like a sketch of the main character, and he happens to be nude in it. I'd consider it fairly tasteful, even possibly artistic, depending on how you feel about games as a whole. But then there's things like Grow Home, which got dinged for no reason. My best guess is that the episode that got dinged was called Relaxing with Bud, abbreviation BUD. And maybe it thought that I was talking about the beer, but I don't know. But so here's the deal. I find this kind of infuriating because, again, no one's gonna see this. No one that matters is gonna see this. And it clearly doesn't matter that much because big YouTubers are saying these things and nothing is happening. No one is talking to us, and that's really frustrating. I spent some time researching this stuff, and not too long ago, the streamings went on, and the like audience voted creator of the year this year was Sugarpine7, and they're a group of gamers that are fairly raunchy, and their comedy is ridiculous. They're part of the Let's Play family, who I also like, but those guys curse all the time and things like that. And the thing is, those bigger companies or groups or whatever, they have insulated themselves a little bit from their videos being demonetized, and that's a very smart move. Like, they have merch, they have their own websites sometimes that can be subscribed to, they have Patreons, things along those lines. So when a video gets dinged and you lose, you know, your starting income on it, it doesn't cripple them, and that's very smart business for them. But the thing is, they already have audiences. They have big audiences, so people aren't gonna miss their stuff. And that's kind of the big hit for me, is that I'm not losing any income. I'm not making money off of this yet, and I don't have a big enough community for me to feel even remotely comfortable asking to like start a Patreon or something like that. But it makes it a lot harder to be seen and to build those audiences and to even remotely try to get to the point where you can insulate yourself from a pissy advertiser when no one can see your stuff. So yeah, it's been a little frustrating, and it's actually turned me off of some of the stuff I was gonna do this year. I planned on doing some horror stuff, and I might still do it, but it seems like everything horror related is getting dinged, which doesn't make it super appealing to do. So I guess I'm curious, like, for one, like, if they're gonna use this learning algorithm, which again, I don't think is necessarily a bad idea. I don't want it to sound like I'm just totally shitting on YouTube, because I get that they're in a sticky situation. I understand that they are a company, not a person. They're not doing this to someone. They are trying to appease the people that give them money. The way that they continue to exist is by appeasing advertisers. But what I don't get is these things that keep getting demonetized. Again, these are pretty big creators. They have audiences that are loyal to them. They have audiences that want to see what they're making, and thus are receptive to advertisement on those things, even if the subject matter isn't necessarily what an advertiser would want. But the thing is, they have advertisers that do support them, even on their own. Like, Phil, again, has sponsors on lots of videos that are completely separate from YouTube, and best that I can tell, unless he is the world's best liar, it doesn't influence what he says or how he says it, and they're cool with that. And so I don't understand why you aren't, as a company, seeking out advertisers that are aware of what gaming culture is. I understand why, like, Pampers doesn't want to be on a video of Dead Space where one of the enemies is like a diseased, infected baby thing. Like, I get that, but it's also like, that's not how, I hate to use this word, but it's not how millennials interact with advertisers. Like, we don't tend to see, like, this ad is on this thing and therefore this advertiser is supporting this thing. We just see there's a commercial on this thing. That's not how we consume that media. So I feel like the thing that a lot of advertisers are concerned with isn't really that much of an issue in, like, the reality that we now live in. But even if it was, even if it is true and I don't know what I'm talking about, which is entirely possible, I often don't know what I'm talking about, why aren't you seeking out these advertisers that know what they're getting into and assigning ads like that? Like, you already break down the content on your site into vlogs, beauty, lifestyle, you know, actual sponsored content, gaming. Like, they're all separated. So when you're recruiting advertisers, why don't you ask them, like, what of these categories are you okay with your content going on? And I feel like at that point, when someone clicks a thing and it's just like, this is a gaming video, you can then match that gaming video with ads that are okay going up on gaming content and all the things that come with that. And obviously, if someone abuses that system, you'll be able to find them pretty quickly because you have this learning algorithm. The big one that would be incredibly helpful to gamers and non-gamers alike, to everyone that is getting dinged with these things, why, when your thing gets hit, doesn't it tell you why you were hit? That way, when frivolous ones come up, when weird ones come up, it's just like, oh, I saw this word in the title, it would be really easy to send that to a specific appeal board. Be like, my title got dinged because of this word. And, like, for example, the Resident Evil ones. When I put in that I'm playing Resident Evil the game, I don't have to even tell it that that's the game. It knows that. It recognizes those words, Resident Evil 4, and it puts a little pop-up of the game underneath my video to explain, like, what it is and where it comes from and things along those lines. And I think you can even click on it and it might even take you to the Wikipedia page. I don't know. I don't know what it's there for, to be entirely honest. But the point is, the site knows it. It's in its database. So clearly the site has no problem with that content being on the platform. So it would be really, really easy when you get dinged by something like that to be like, specifically send it off to the title place and be like, hey, I got dinged for the title. This is the title of the thing that I'm interacting with and or talking about. Please unding my thing. Please uncheck it. And that would be much more manageable than the hundreds of thousands of demonetization flags that I'm sure that they're getting. Because again, I understand that the thing is learning and it will get better, but right now we're in the shitty part where it's still trying to figure out what is and isn't okay. But that still really, really hurts your new creators, like myself, some of my friends, and just other people. Because at the moment, the only recourse we have is you can say to YouTube that this video is okay for all advertisers. Which again, how do we know whether or not it's okay? We don't know what is okay because you won't say what is okay for advertisers. We have no idea. So the best we can do is just be like, click, click, I want you to review this. And the problem is, the only way it will ever get seen is when the video has received over 1,000 views within 24 hours. So again, for a small to mid-sized YouTuber, that's probably possible. If you're you're mildly popular or just have a dedicated fan base, you know, you might have 1,000 subscribers who all want to see your thing and all will watch it in the first 24 hours that it goes up. But probably not all the time. For the really big guys, obviously that's no problem. So their stuff is gonna get taken care of. And I imagine that's how they want it done, because they need their big creators making money for them. But it really hurts your ability to become a big creator. For example, my best video, which is just a glitch video that I shot on a whim, has, I think, 14,000 views. But that's over like a 6-month period. I don't have a single video that has gotten 1,000 views in 24 hours. So it's literally impossible for any of my things to get reviewed. Unless someone down the line is just like, oh, I'm just gonna click to the bottom of the list and see if I can help anybody down here. Like, that's just not gonna happen. And I get that from like the money-making business point of view, but like you're starving new creators in that way. Like you're stymieing their growth and their ability to become big creators for you. So yeah, it's just really frustrating. Anyway, that's what kind of got me down yesterday. It's what stopped me from getting a vlog up on Thursday. But overall, I had a chance to reflect yesterday. At the end of the day, it was a good day yesterday. I always feel good when I get like stuff clean and just feel productive. I was able to kind of get out of my slump, look at it more objectively. So yeah, things are okay. What I think I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna try to keep the vlogs going on maybe a 3 times a week, giant asterisk maybe schedule. I really do enjoy making them. I like kind of like just shooting the shit and talking. I've got a buddy in Florida and he enjoys this sort of thing, so if nothing else, I know I'm talking to you, man. As it stands, I have some Crash videos that are coming up soon. I want to go back and play ukulele again because I was having a lot of fun playing that. And I am literally going to edit this and then go pick up Assassin's Creed Origins because it came out today, as did fucking Under the Covers 2, which I was really hopeful I would actually have today, but I think it shipped today. But regardless, so freaking pumped. A lot of awesome shit came out today because Wolfenstein 2 also dropped today. Apparently October 27th is like the day. I am going to try to shoot probably a one-off of some horror stuff to go up on Halloween night. It's gonna end up being the Amnesia collection because that went on free for PS Plus members this month, and I've never played them before. So I might get my girlfriend and set up the camcorder for face cam and, you know, play through a little bit of Amnesia, see if I enjoy it / I find it scary, because I tend to find horror games startling but not scary, and I don't enjoy being startled. But yeah, that was my rant for the day. Next vlog I'm going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto because I've got some thoughts that I want to get down into video form so that maybe Rockstar will steal my ideas and make the thing that I want them to make. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.